Hi everybody, my name is Liz Love and I just wanted to take a few minutes and welcome you to our Glimpse into Coaching group. I'm so excited that you all said yes and decided to join us for this quick little 5-day glimpse into what it is that we actually do as coaches, and hopefully by the end of this group you'll have a really good idea about what we do as coaches, how we make an income, and how we help change lives. So at any time during this process, if you have questions, please don't be afraid to ask them. We are all here to help you and help you understand exactly what it is that we do. So I kind of just wanted to start with my story and how I got into this coaching gig and why I'm making this video for you. So about, I want to say March of last year, 2014, my good friend, Courtney, who is now my coach, approached me and said, I'm going to try out this new program. It's called the 21-Day Fix. It's supposed to be amazing. Do you want to do it with me? And I was like, no. I had a really bad attitude. I was like, I don't want to do it. I don't want somebody telling me what I can and can't eat. I want to go to the gym, and that's all I'm interested in. So fast forward to May, and we were hanging out, and she's like, you have to see my before and after pictures. I was like, oh, okay, fine. She showed me her before and after pictures, and I was like, sign me up. Let's go. I'm ready to do it. I mean, her before and after pictures were proof enough that for whatever reason, something clicked in my head, and I was like, yes, I have to try something different. So I was like, get it, let's order it, let's do it. So I did the 21-Day Fix from May to about August of last year. I wasn't in a challenge group, I just did it on my own. I didn't have a coach, and I had amazing results. I lost some weight. I didn't have a ton of weight to lose, but totally changed my body, my mind, and completely changed my eating habits. So then at about August of that year, Courtney decided that she loved it so much that she wanted to become a coach. So I joined her first challenge group. And I think I was in her challenge group for about 2 weeks, and she approached me and said, Liz, you have to think about becoming a coach. It's the most amazing thing I've ever done, and I would love to have you do it with me. And I was like, no, it's your thing. I don't want to impose. I didn't understand. I didn't understand what it meant to become a coach. I wasn't able to be in a What is Coaching group. So I really had no idea what it meant. So I slept on it for about 24 hours, and I could not get it out of my head. I could not let it go, this thought. And I had no idea what this could be. I was not taught anything. I had no idea the potential that this business could offer me and my family, but something in my gut said, just do it. It was very little risk. I didn't have to spend a lot of money to do it, and if it didn't end up working out, who cares? It didn't matter. So that next day I called her and I was like, okay, sign me up, let's do it. So I just went all in, and I really had no idea what I was doing. I was obviously very hesitant, and I was really skeptical. Even though I said yes, I didn't understand. I didn't have any training or any knowledge about exactly what I was going to be doing, how I could be helping people, coaches and challengers, and how I could actually change my own life. So as soon as I signed up, I started training, which everybody does. There's an extensive amount of training that you do online once you start. And once I started to get into that training and I started to learn what I was going to be doing, how I was going to be doing it, how I was going to be helping people on a daily basis, I could not get enough. So I went through about 2 to 3 week training, and I finished it over a Friday, Saturday, Sunday period. I could not stop watching the videos. I just wanted to keep learning and figuring out how these people were doing this and being successful, not only helping people, but growing their businesses and earning an income. And so as I started to go through my training, people started to talk about your why, which is what I talked about in the post above. Everybody talks about it. It's a really, really important part of what we do, and I have found that it's the most important part of why I do this. Why am I doing this? I just remember before I signed up to be a coach that I felt incredibly lost and unsure about my future For those of you who don't know me, my husband and I have long struggled with infertility problems, and it's been a struggle for about going on 7 to 8 years for us. And it was an extremely, extremely difficult time in our lives. Everybody was pregnant, everybody was having babies, and we weren't, and I just felt lost, and I felt like I didn't belong. It's really hard to be around a lot of people who have a certain thing and you don't have it. You feel very excluded. Nobody excludes you, but you just feel like you don't really belong. So once I signed up to be a coach and started participating and holding my challenge groups and becoming part of, we have all these different team pages, I finally felt like I belonged to something. I just finally felt like this was my calling and I just had to run with it. And then I really started to delve into why, to try and figure out what was my why for myself. Everybody's got their own why. Everybody's is gonna be different. None are better than somebody else's. A lot of people say your why should make you cry. I don't know if I necessarily believe that, but I do feel like your why should be everything driving you forward in this business, whether you say yes or no to becoming a coach, whatever you do in life, your why should be extremely personal and that thing that just pushes you forward to face fears and to really take on challenges. And so I started to realize and to really think about what my why was. And I finally came upon it, and it was freedom. And I know that sounds really vague, but I'm gonna get into a little bit of detail for you. I needed freedom. I needed freedom from whatever these feelings were that were holding me back from being my best self, from working really hard and contributing to my family. Even though it's just my husband and I had always felt like I wasn't contributing enough, and I felt like I was smart enough to, but for whatever reason, I just wasn't finding that thing that clicked so that I could actually thrive in that position, that job, if you want to call it a job, so that I could actually contribute. I needed freedom from debt. I know I am not the only one alone in this. I have had issues since I was in college with my credit cards. Some of you might have student loans, and I knew that I needed freedom from that and a way to figure out how to get myself out of that. I wanted freedom to be fit and to stay fit, and my challenge groups helped me do that. I wanted the freedom to work from home. I have terrible anxiety, and so working in the corporate world and not being in my home or in a safe place brings on a lot of anxiety for me. So I knew that I needed to find something that would give me that freedom to work from home, to make my own hours. I can work from vacation, I can work on a plane, on a cruise ship. I can work from anywhere that I want to, and it's extremely liberating. And so once I delved into that, that was my why. Then I took it a step further, and I started thinking about how could I bring that freedom to other people, to challengers and even friends, people that I didn't even know. How could I give them freedom from whatever they were seeking, whether it was just in their fitness journeys or in their career paths? There's all sorts of people, all different types of coaches. There's students, there's moms, there's single moms, there's people like me who have other jobs with no kids. There's still full-time working people who are coaches. So I knew that I just wanted to be able to present this business to other people so that they could find freedom for themselves, whatever that meant for them. Everybody's visions and ideas for themselves are completely different, but I just knew that I could not hold myself back from completely exploring this option and helping people, find their freedom. So that's really my why, and it sincerely drives everything that I do on a day-to-day basis. How can I help someone? That's what this business is really about, and you're gonna learn that over the next few days. Yeah, you sell stuff, but it's amazing stuff, and it's stuff that helps people get healthy, and fit. It's been the most incredibly gratifying and humbling experience that I've ever had in my life. I'm gonna be turning 35 in October, and I can finally say that I feel happy and free, and I just want that for other people. So that's a little bit about me and my story and my why. So we're really happy to have you guys. We hope that you participate and engage, and please ask us any questions that you may have, and hope to see you at the end of this, and we'd love to have you join our team if you so choose. Thanks, ladies.